Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I just wanted to basically go over how I jungle. This isn't really going to be like super in-depth or anything. It's just going to be the basics. I'm going to let the video play at the end, so you're just going to see like a normal gameplay video, but I'm just going to basically be saying what I would do in these certain situations when it comes to jungling. Um, Honestly, all you need is a 5 or 10 minute explanation. There's not really much to it outside of, you know, the normal MOBA stuff. You jungle, you gank, you get the objectives that you need to get, you work with your team. It's super simple. I think in no, not predecessor, sorry, in Overprime, it's one of the easiest roles. Because the buffs actually do not respawn for a very long time, and you also get more farm from killing instead of farming. Like a lot of different games, like in Valor, Arena Valor, or in Smite, it's really not worth it just to keep constantly farming kills only. It's really worth it just to jungle and really get farm because you get a lot of EXP from your jungle camps. But in this game, you get a lot from your jungle camps if you steal, but if you just do your rotations only, you're not going to get a lot of farm unless you're getting a lot of kills, especially gold, like ignoring XP. Gold specifically, you're just not going to be well kept. Yeah, here you can see instead of starting at red, I started at blue. I started doing this like the last couple of days because it does basically, first off, I'm a magical power damage dealer. Early on, I don't have the attack speed to like sustain myself. But ignoring that, it gives you a shield for getting it. So honestly, starting at blue might be the best. So you see there's 6 camps in the map on the bottom. So instead of going to the left camp like I normally do, I decide to skip it because you don't actually hit level 3 from getting that camp, hitting all 3. And in most MOBAs, you usually just skip that camp because there's usually 3 on one side. So I did the same thing here. I just pretty much just walk right past it. And I'm just going to keep hitting. But instead of going to the other side of the jungle, instead, I decided to take confrontation. Either I look for an opening to gank, and since he's in his tower, because my friend is just absolutely obliterating him, poor matchup, I decided to go and invade their jungle. And this is always what I've been doing. I always want to make sure their farm is getting hindered. And now, I know since Duo just got ganked, I believe, by Rampage, that he's in here. So I take the opportunity and I go to their blue. Basically, you just gotta know where the jungler is. The jungler should appear at this moment. He shouldn't be hiding anywhere unless he goes into my jungle, right? The smartest thing to do if he was a jungler would be to put a ward on one of his buffs, whatever buff that he basically doesn't go to. I think that's the smartest idea. So if you want to, you could buy a ward, and like I could have warded my red buff, so I know they're there. Then maybe my duo could take care of them, or I could just go there. But I decided to take every little bit of his farm, and I believe when I rotate over to my red buff, it's actually not taken. So that's pretty good. Like, I was able to get both blues. I was able to go through the entire jungle. I believe I go for a gank here on Shinbi. I'm not entirely sure. I just know she gets away. I just know I needed to help Sparrow because she was getting absolutely blasted. She kept going Sparrow solo. I had her in my last game. And, yeah. Currently right now when I'm uploading the video, sadly the beta's over. So I have no, like, I was going to go into training mode and look at the items, and I was going to go over the item builds, but there's really no reason to do that just because the items are going to be changed and added and whatnot. So here I actually use the portal from going from the left lane, and I still haven't gotten my right side of the jungle, which is fine. I'm level 4. And then he just uses dash, so I completely go in, full confidence, as I miss every swing. But it's okay. Oh, no, it's not. I forgot. He blinked away. I think we're able to get the kill here on Bellica. Yeah, we are. Nice. Good job, Marina G. So we get the kill, and then I basically just roam his jungle to make sure everything is down, which it is. But luckily, he has not gotten my camps. He decided to go mid, and I believe he ganked. I think he got him killed. We're actually down 3 kills right now, which is insane. Because I'm pretty sure this match, we absolutely dominate. Yeah, he left my jungle up. I got all of his left side of the jungle. So at this point, he's hindered, and I'm not, right? Because even though he got, I think, a kill, I got 1 assist, which, you know, assists aren't everything in this game, but they do help. Kills are, I think they need to weight the assist and the kills. They need to, like, stop rewarding kills as much and reward assist more. Just because I feel like supports really do suffer, and anyone who is in a group team fight really suffer from the assist kills, but the person who gets the kill is just absolutely dominating. Most games, there's like one person who hits full build at like 30-40 minutes, and they'll be like 20-0, right? So I skipped this camp to go for the gank because my friend is absolutely dominating him, but unfortunately I'm not able to make it. So I believe I just start roaming. I think I go back to the camp, but yeah, basically that's it. Literally, like, you want to make sure you check their side of the jungle. I think your goal is to make sure you invade, There's also a couple of different strats you can use. I never use the invade strat. I really hope they put something in place that makes you not able to invade. And basically, invading in the jungle means you start at one of their red or blue buff, and you take it. I don't think that's a wise decision. Their team can rotate on you. Usually they won't, but they can, especially in a 5-stack, or like with a team who's communicating. And if you're encountering the jungler, if you're not a stronger jungler, you're just going to lick Kalari, for instance, you're just going to lose. Kalari's a good stealer, for sure, because she's invisible, but you're probably going to lose. So I come back to gank mid, and I'm pretty sure he gets away. I'm just holding him here, hoping my friend would get him. I think he gets him. No, he doesn't. Sad face. So obviously I got him really low. So then I go back into his jungle, and I completely ignore my jungle in the bottom. At this point in time, basically, it's all free reign. You no longer have a path, but when your 3 spawn on the bottom left and bottom right, so let's say like the blue buff spawns back, my goal is to go down there and like do that rotation. It's only 3 camps. You can go into the minis if you have nothing else to do. But like I said, this game rewards kills more than anything, so I'm looking for opportunities to hinder Rampage, as well as get more kills. I believe here I was communicating with my friend, asking if Rampage was coming. I see him coming soon. I think he's level 4 at this point, and I'm absolutely just so far ahead of him, because I have stolen so many, and we're only 6 minutes into the game. I've stolen his blue buff, I just took his red buff in front of his face. What a chump. He's level 4. Hello, I'm Jessica. And I absolutely just decimated him here. Like, there's nothing he can do. He's literally level 4. That was my first kill, too. So, like, think about it. Like, even though it rewards kills more than anything, I'm 6 minutes into the game, level 6, which is really good. As a jungler. And that was my first kill. So, me stealing all of that farm, again, made for one person. You can imagine how behind I would be if I just didn't try to steal his farm. I'd probably be level 5. Definitely not be level 6, I believe. And then I killed him, which also gave me a bulk of EXP. And at this point, I'm pretty unstoppable. Like, I think I'm able to get my first item. So the item builds as well, I'm not going to really go over, but I started building this blink item just because, especially with Kwang, you don't need to build on every jungler, but I think you can if they're auto attack based. Maybe not Kalari, because she doesn't really need it, but this is a blink item, and this actually changed the entire way I play. I have never lost a target unless they upgraded their starter. After I got this item, it's amazing. I didn't know how good this was for staying on people. It's a 40-second cooldown. You get to dash forward, sends you pretty far. You'll see me use it throughout the video. It is really good. I think Shimmy gets away from me. That's about it. But she also has 2 insane dashes that make her go really far. Yeah, at this point, like I said, you just rotate through your jungle. Instead of going to that other camp, which you should have done, decided to go for the gank because Sparrow, like I said, is getting absolutely destroyed. And then after that, you could just do exactly what I'm doing as well. Just check all the buffs. What I would do is grab wards, which I don't do for a while. But you should be grabbing wards almost every time you back. Just grab 1. You don't need to grab 2. If you want to grab 2, you can spend the 100 gold, but you don't need to. So obviously, I know Rampage is there. I don't care at this point. I'm just doing whatever I want. He got both the camps, unfortunately, so I run back, and then I see Gideon here. Fortunately, he took a really bad fight because Countess is going on. I think he blinks here. Yep, and then I caught him with the sword. I remember I started laughing here because if you catch someone who has a dash on Kwang on his sword, or Han, they can't use it. I think they can use their item blink, so if they have like the teleporter, I'm pretty sure they can get away with that. I think I've seen people just get away from my sword with that. But if they use their actual dashes, I've never seen anyone just dash out of my sword before unless it expired. Or they got cleansed or something. But yeah, like I said, kind of a very rough guide. That's pretty much it. Like, you rotate through your jungle, but don't only rotate through your jungle. Take fights. I'd say invade when you can. If the jungler does go up to the camp and you're not confident you can win, just turn around. Or hope your mid laner comes over. But don't take fights you can't win. Literally, like, your goal is just to clear your side of the map, look for a gank. That's the best opportunity as well. Instead of invading, look for a gank. Like, I looked for a gank when I started in mid. I looked at Gideon, and I was like, all right, is he, can I kill him? And unfortunately, oh, I missed. Unfortunately, I was unable to kill him because he was in his tower. But after that, I decided to invade. So, like, you really just, what I would say is start at whatever buff you want. I'd say start at blue. I kept starting at red all of the beta for the extra damage, but I realized it was kind of pointless just because, I mean, I think it increases your physical power, I think it increases your power in general, but starting at blue literally basically just made it easier for me to, I actually catch Shinbi on left lane. it basically makes it easier to jungle because you get a shield. So it's super helpful, especially if you're like a magical jungler like Countess or Shinbi. But even all the warrior junglers like Grux, Kalari, or sorry, Grux, Feng Mao, and Han, definitely really good just to basically make it easier to jungle, because the jungle kind of kicks your ass. Like, it hurts. It really does. So, you can go for a bit of buff you really want, though. I'd say skip the one camp, because like I said, if you don't hit level 3, there's not much you're getting out of it. Yeah, you get a little bit more gold, but like, you want to go fast so you can invade or get a gank. So if you don't get a level boost from that, there's really no reason to stay there and get that camp. Like I said, that's a philosophy with a lot of MOBAs, and they took that. I think they should probably, like, this camp, I think they should probably make it so they basically level you up to 3. I think that would be better, but then they'd have to speed up the entire process of the game, which I think they should do as well. I think the game's a little bit too slow in a lot of areas. Like, I hit level 16 before everyone in the game, but I'm also like 20 kills up. So like you can see that like an average game should go like 30-40 minutes if no one ends it before level 16. Like, you won't be the full build or level 16 if you're doing a 5v5 with a competitive team, because most competitive teams don't actually die. So I can't even imagine how like a competitive game would look. It's probably going to be like an hour or too long, like actually extremely time consuming. But yeah, like I said, you basically just look for gank opportunities. Like I said, you want to get as many kills as you want. Especially as early as possible, because if you start steamrolling in the jungle in this game, it's like you're pretty much unstoppable for so long, because it takes too long to get items, and you're already ahead on levels and items. So like, I'm level 10 at 11 minutes, which again in the beta was really good, and my matchup's level 6, but I've stolen all of his farm every single time I do my rotations. Like, my rotation's coming up, you want to just go back, do your rotation, but make sure you're stealing his farm as well. Check all the camps, especially the ones that are like closer to the lane sides, the middle lane. Definitely just peek your head in there to see if it's up. And then the deer is not something you really want to solo. Definitely call it over as a team objective. I never try to just solo it until it's endgame. Definitely don't solo orb, but you can't. Well, most people shouldn't be able to. I think they buffed it. But the deer is a team objective, so make sure to do that with the team. It's not part of your rotation. And like I said, you can see on the map, 12 minutes in, the camps have shown up, what, 2, maybe 3 times total? It takes a very long time for all the camps to show up. Like, a very long time. So there's no reason to just like, oh my, got stunned. There's no reason to really just like constantly be only jungling. You want to just be looking for fights. If you can't get kills, that's one thing, but there will be opportunities sometimes to at least attempt to get a kill. It's worth the fight as long as your jungler isn't as long as their jungler isn't just constantly just out farming you. But he can out farm you if you're getting kills. So but yeah, this was like a horrible guide. Like I said, there isn't really much to like focus on in the jungle. There's literally 6 camps on your side. So if you're not getting camps on your side, you're either looking for a gank. You start with the gank in mid. Always go for that, or always look for that. And if they're too close to if they're like halfway to the lane, or even like in a position where you can run up and hit them, try to go through the flower bush on the one side, if there is any, and then just run up to them and then just like, attempt to use all your abilities. Try not to use your movement until you need to, because you can catch them out even if they're in the tower. Don't dive for a kill, especially at level 2. Not worth. But yeah, you just basically, you back when you have about, however much gold. If you have a good amount of gold in your inventory, or if you're just dying, like, just make sure you're back to spend your gold. It's always worth to get an item if you don't have one, because early game, you need that, like, the extra power. So if you want to back and get, like, just, like, one of your build-up items, like, one of your, like, T1 or T2 items, up to your like fully built legendary item, it's worth. Just go back and spend the gold as long as your camps are down and you have you have a lot of breathing room to basically go do that. There's no reason to really just stay out with 3,000 gold, which I do all the time here, but that was more so because I was getting a lot of kills, and it was also stealing Rampage's farm. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, guide wasn't really super concrete or anything. This is basically just how I jungle. Like I said, there is a couple other methods you can use. You can use the full 6 camp clear method instead of the steal method. I cut a lot of corners in this specific video. A lot of things you just did on an opportunity. Like, it can change. Like, the process isn't just like, oh, I do one thing and only one thing. It really depends on the situation. On average, though, if the enemy is constantly countering you in the jungle, you have to go back and do your camps, but also look for ganks on each side of the lane. With sprint mode, it's really easy to just run across lanes. So you have a lot, and then you also just want to check the portals. Like, you know, you look on the other side of the map and you see the enemies are pushed up, go through the portal and kill them. You know, like you can gank from different angles in this game, which is really nice. And you know, just catch people out. I'm using a very good hero who can catch people out because he roots people from far away, and then he can teleport to them. So it's really easy to just absolutely burst someone down and make sure they don't get away from me if I can get them with my, you know, hook or my root. But you know, always, like I said, try to check that top camp area on the enemy side and steal as much farm as you can. Once you're kind of rolling over them, you know, there's basically nothing that can stop you early, especially in the first 6 minutes, if you have stolen everything they have, especially on the other side of the map. And like I said, usually they either start at red or blue, depending on the person. So if there's a cut, you could use the invade strat, but I don't recommend it. Anyways, sorry guys for the ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to let the video play and basically just kind of watch what I do for different tips. At this point in the time game, it's like jungling is like whatever. Like I just get the camps when I can. There's no real rules anymore. The phase of just jungling is kind of over. I think lane phase in general is like somewhat over in the first place, but I still go and steal all of his camps, of course, after I get some kills. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye bye.
An enemy tower is under attack.
Embrace me. Oh, I could use some refreshment.
An allied tower is under attack. Allied tower destroyed.
I can unleash the heaven's fury! Right there! Just a moment! Goodbye! Oh. Light of the heavens!
Been slain. An enemy tower is under attack. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. Ally has been slain.
I will return soon! I love training.
Enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. been slain.
I tried to make it quick.
Enemy has been slain. Double kills. The enemy tower is under attack.
There's a storm brewing.
An enemy tower is under attack.
For you.
An enemy tower is under attack. Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy tower is under attack.
That's it.
An ally has been slain. An allied tower is under attack. Allied tower destroyed. An allied tower is under attack. An enemy tower is under attack.
Always learning.
An enemy tower is under attack. Enemy tower destroyed. An ally has been slain. been
Feel
slain.
the heaven's fury.
An allied tower is under attack. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Let's go. Double kill. An enemy has been slain. Let's go. An enemy tower is under attack. Enemy
I can
tower
unleash the heaven's
destroyed.
fury.
An enemy tower is under attack.
This bird is ready to fly.
I tried to make it quick.
An enemy tower is under attack. Enemy tower destroyed.
I will only rest a moment.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Right there! Heaven's fury! Walk of the heavens! I hope that didn't
Been
hurt.
slain.
Fight. There's a storm brewing.
Enemy inhibitors under siege. An enemy inhibitor is under siege. An ally has been slain. An enemy inhibitor is under siege.
Judgment! the heavens.
You have activated the Orb Prime. An enemy inhibitor is under siege. The enemy core is under attack.
I can unleash the heavens' fury. Grabbing some supplies.
Been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Drop this! That's it! Over here! Now for the fire! Can't stop me. Punch it!
An ally has been slain. Head back. You have activated the Orb Prime.
There's a storm brewing.
You have activated the Orb Prime. Double kill. An enemy inhibitor is under